Hi guys, today on Asia O'Hara Home we are creating this cute and easy red, white, and blue tree for the 4th of July. So if you're excited, I am too. Let's get to it. Okay, so for starters, I have the 7.5-foot red flocked tree from Vickerman. I think she's 44 inches wide at the base. And it's a red tree that is then flocked with red flocking, so it has a gorgeous matte, luxurious texture to it, which I absolutely love. And we're starting with our tree topper. I have these little red, white, and blue picks that I'm gonna just build the little base of a topper. This is not going to be incredibly large or decadent at the top, so I just want to fill in the space and have some of the blue and white color at the top as well. Okay, next I have these 12-inch blue glittered baubles, and I'm just gonna wire them at the top with some floral wire. I'm just using basic, I think this is 20 gauge floral wire, but any floral wire from your local craft store that feels good in your hand will work for this project, or any projects really where you're using floral wire. And I'm just securing this, finding a nice sturdy branch in the heart of the tree and securing this. And what I'm gonna do with the blue baubles is create a spiral effect around the tree, going from the bottom up around to the top. So you'll see me just kind of placing them with a little bit of space in between and creating that spiral effect. And in a moment you'll see me move some around, which is totally fine. I wanted you guys to see the entire process, mistakes included, of creating this spiral effect and just kind of moving them around and stepping back, making sure everything looks the way I need it to. And then once we're done with this, we'll go in and fill in the negative space in between with some other blue baubles. Now, as I reach the top of the tree, you'll see me go in and switch to a smaller, slightly smaller bauble. I think these are 8-inch or 6-inch. And I'm using that same size to go back and fill in the negative space in between the 12-inch variety, just to complete that solid spiral before we go in and feather it out with some slightly smaller baubles. And you'll see some of these don't have the little connector piece at the top, which is totally fine. They almost always have a lip under that, so you can just wrap the wire tightly around the neck of the bauble and it will hang on to that little lip and you can use it just fine. Okay, once that's complete, I have some 4-inch, 3-inch, and 2.5-inch baubles in various finishes. I have satin, shiny, glitter, and I'm just gonna make these little trios where I'm basically just taking 3 baubles, placing them on one piece of floral wire and then securing that into the tree. And I'm going to use this to kind of break up that hard line, fill in some of the negative space, and just kind of feather out the edge of the spiral so it's not such a harsh line and it fills up a little bit more space. And when it comes to holiday decorating, these little trios really are essential. I use them year-round, especially at Christmas. And it's just easier to put onto the tree. They look more organic. and things just look better when they're grouped together in little clusters. It just feels better for my spirit. So yeah, I use these all year round, and when I take them off the tree or whatever it is that I'm decorating, I normally leave them grouped together on the floral wire. That way for the next project, I just have to pick up a little grouping of 3 and anchor it into the tree or the wreath or whatever we're doing, and we're good to go. Okay, and with that, I think the base of our spiral is done. Now I'm going to take this tinsel garland. Now listen, I'm normally not a fan of tinsel garland, but it works here. And I'm just going to take this, I only have 3 pieces, and I'm just going to nestle this throughout that spiral in between the baubles to fill some of the gaps where you can see the red within the blue area, and just to tie in the shiny metallic red, white, and blue colors that are in the topper. Okay, now we're gonna take those same picks that we used for our topper, and we're gonna just sprinkle those down throughout the spiral, filling in any little gaps that we might have. Now, when you're using this color palette, you really wanna be mindful of where the large white items are, because that's gonna really stand out against the red and blue, and it's gonna draw your eye to it. So just be mindful of where these white pom-poms are landing, because once you step back from the tree, they're gonna stick out everywhere. So just make sure you're being conscious of where you're placing them. Lastly, I have these blue chunky glittered baubles that are on sticks. They're essentially picks, I guess. And I'm just gonna go in, this is my last little piece, to just fill in wherever there needs to be a little bit of blue kind of peeking out into the red of the tree. And with that, we are done. Super easy, super quick. This took me about an hour tops. And it makes me happy. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you for spending some time with me. I hope you and your friends and family have a wonderful 4th of July if you celebrate. And I will see you next time.